Did I give any homework last week? Last week we didn't have the class. Did I tell you? I gave you a date for the extra class, I suppose. Rescheduling date එක මම තාම දුන්නේ නැහනේ. We will reschedule for sure. I will let you know when it will be. Okay. Yes, what are the homework? Let me get the textbook. Homework. Let's not waste time. Miscellaneous DE and review exercise 4B. Okay. Miscellaneous let me get the textbook. Miscellaneous means from indices and logarithms 1, right? Miscellaneous means indices and logarithms 1 ned. Yeah. Miscellaneous DE. Okay. Are verify this part, no? All right. So let's discuss these homework before we move on with today's part. Today we are going to finish indices and logarithms 2, and we will be moving on with the next lesson. Okay. So verify the following. Wait. For those of you who cannot see the board, let me send you the link in the main chat. Okay. Verify left hand side should be equal to the right hand side. So let's first discuss DE. LG26. Give me a second. Let me make this a bit smaller. Okay, D. LG26 plus LG119 minus LG51 minus LG91 equals LG2 minus LG3. Can I know who joined by the name Chamal Shah Bandara or Chamal Shah Bandara? Let me know in the chat box. So now we can see all of the LG means log to the base 10, right? So all of them have LG, LG, LG. First I take, when we verify, we first take the left-hand side, and left-hand side should be equal to the right-hand side. Left-hand side is equal to right-hand side. So first I will check the left-hand side. So LG, now 20, all of them have the same base. They can put addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. We can do all that. So 26 plus 119, addition in logarithms is multiplication. So multiplication 119. Then subtraction in logarithms, it is division. So division 51. This is also subtraction, then that is also a division. So this is the left-hand side, right? So left-hand side, when we further simplify, make left-hand side, right-hand side, I will just show it like this. This is the left-hand side. Then right-hand side, LG2 minus LG3. Subtraction in logarithms is division. Like when we write together, it is division. When we expand, it is subtraction. LG2 over 3. So දෙපැත්තම LG තියෙන හින්දා we can cancel it off. And we have 26 multiplied by 119 divided by 51 multiplied by 91 equals 2 over 3. If you are a bit skeptical, ඔගන්ට LG එක අන්තිම වෙනකන් තියන්න පුළුවන්. ඔගන්ට පැටලෙයි කියලා හිතලා මම LG එක තියන්නම් අන්තිම වෙනකන්. We'll just do the cut and chop. මොනවද cancel වෙන්නේ? What is getting cancelled here? 26 multiplied by 119. 6, 7, 8. Ek cancel වෙන්නේ නැහැ. What do we have here? 2600. 119, no? Minus 51 minus 91. So, 26 and 51 cancel වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Then 119, 51, 91, we can't see anything like properly getting cancelled, no? So we will first of all do the multiplication and see. Okay. So, one second, let me get this right. My question is, puri prashnayak thiyena, we can't verify this because this is not equal. These two fractions are not equal. Let me double check that, Lamai. Give me a second. What my question is, see the come can I have from the previous batches? No, I think it's okay. All right. So let's do the division here. We can see that අපි මේ දෙනා මුලින්ම multiply කරලා බලමු. We'll multiply 26 and 119. Okay. So 6 times 9 is 54. 6 times 1 is 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 6 times 1, 6 plus 1, 7. 2 times 9 is 18. 1 remaining. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1 is 3. 2 times 9 is 18. 2 times 1 is 2 plus 1, 3. 2 times 1 is 2. So 4, 8 plus 1 is 9. 7 plus 3 is 10. Here we get 3094. So we will write 3094. Ek divide වෙනවනේ. අපිට කපන්න අමාරුයි, but we can simplify and finally get the answer. 91, 51 when we get 1 times 1 is 1, 1 times 9 is 9, 5 times 1 is 5, 5 times 9 is 45, 1, 14, 6 and 4. Yeah. 6, 4, 1. So මෙතන අපිට පේනවා both of them, these can be, now if you take 3094 බලන්න, එයාව 2 ගෙන් divide කරාම we get 1400 and so here if you take මෙයාව 3094 අපි කොහොමද මේ පැත්ත කන equal කරන්නනේ ඕනේ. So I'm going to divide this by 2. So I can see 15 times 2 is 30. Here I get 47. Now 1547 times 2 is 3094. Then I will check 1547 times 3. 3 times 7 is 21. 3 times 4, 12, 13, 14. 3 times 5 is 15 plus 1, 16. 3 times 1, 3 plus 1, 4. එහෙනම් අරකට equal වෙනවානේ. So that's how we get it. So LG 2 over 3 here equals LG 2 over 3. That means this is verified. Is that clear to you, Lamai? මෙතන මොනවාරි cancel වෙනවද 13 26 26 for 13 can divide current from because 13 times 2 and 91 91 is divisible by 13 is it එතකොට අපිට එන්නේ නිකන් 13 times 7 නේ 7 ඊට පස්සේ ආය අපිට ගන්න පුළුවන් 51 is divisible by 17 17 times 3 119 is also divisible by 17 119 17 would be 7 yeah මෙතන cut and chop කරලා ගන්න පුළුවන් but අර ඒ කියන්නේ cut and chop කරලා ගන්න පුළුවන් definitely 2 3 5 වගේ නේ නෑ so මෙතන 13 times 2 is 26 13 times 7 is 91 මෙතන 17 times 17 times kida 17 times 3 is 51 17 times 7 119 may 7 cancel on number 2 over 3 okay so I didn't see it when I did the simplification you can get it in either way is that clear to all of you Lamai? Give me a thumbs up if it's clear okay E 2 log 3 to the base A 2 log 3 to the base A. Sahiru? It's clear? Let me know. Equals log 10 to the base A and log 2 to the base A. Okay. So we know whenever there's a number at the front of a log, we can move it as a power, right? So here we have at the front, we have 2. I can move it here as a power. So I will first of all rewrite it that way. Log 3 to the power 2 base A plus log 20 to the base A minus log 36 to the base A equals log 10 to the base A minus log 2 to the base A. So we know addition, when we expand addition can ekatu karahama multiplication. When we expand subtraction means when you write it together, it is a division, right? So we will rewrite it that way because all of them have the same base. Log A, so I will write log A like this, 3 to the power 2. 3 to the power 2, mama 3 times 3 kira liyanna. Here I have 20 plus 20, ne? Plus log 22 base A. So plus enawa multiplication with it. Method of subtraction becomes division. On this side, log A, here anyways it's a subtraction, so that becomes division. So here we can see that 3 times 12 is 36, 3 times 4 is 12, 4 times 5 is 20. Here 2 times 5 is 20. Therefore, on this side I have log 5 to the base A, and on this side also I have log 5 to the base A. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai? Passing to Denuri. Okay. What else do we have? Review exercise. What are the questions that you said? Review exercise 4th ke B. Review exercise 4th ke B. We have to simplify using logarithms. Last week, did we discuss how to read a log table? Did we revise on that? Can somebody quickly tell me, did we revise on that last week? Yes. Okay, great. එහෙනම් අද අපි වැඩි log tables read කරන විදිය කතා කරන්නේ. We are mainly going to focus on the decimal point at the front. ඒ ටිකයි ඊට පස්සේ අද අපි අලුතෙන් ඉගෙන ගන්නවා තව එකක් බා එහෙම කිය so we will discuss about that. But before we start, I have another question that I want you to do alone. Let's first of all discuss the homework. Okay. Now I have to find the value of this. Now, if I had a calculator, I would easily be able to get the value. Why? Just press, final equal sign, get the value. Logarithms තියෙන ළමයි calculator එකක් නැති වෙලාවට අපි කොහොමද complicated calculation එකක් කරන්නේ? ඒක logarithms වල එක use එකක්. If you don't have a calculation, how would you do like a complex calculation? මේක කරන්න මෙයාව මෙයාගේ multiply කරලා මෙහෙම කරලා එහෙම කරන්න ඕනේ. It's too long. But logarithms, now at the beginning you will be like logs are hard, but once you get used to it, logarithms are very easy, right? So ගොඩා කරා මේක ඇත්තටම ලේසි. ඔයගලන්ට grade 11 අන්තිම හරිය වගේ යනකොට logs will be very easy, right? Anyways, මම මේකේ answer එක කියනනම් x කියලා. So x is equal to 2.575 multiplied by 9.27 multiplied by 12.54. I'm going to convert everything to log. Log x. Here log 2.575. Multiplication becomes addition. Log 9.27. Again multiplication. Again that becomes addition. 12.54. Hari, then ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්න බෑන what is the log value here? You tell me. මෙයාගේ log value එක. I'm not gonna do it. And I will be depending on your answer, so make sure you give the right answer. හැමෝම දෙන්න. I'm pretty sure all of you did this. Okay, Metna. Okay, Chenuli. Others? Denuri, Sahiru, Pasindu. What's the log value of this? Did you all do the homework? It's actually 0.4108. Let me quickly get the log table. ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ textbook එකේ last page එකේ තියෙන ගන්න log. Okay, let me copy paste this. එතකොට අපිට හැමලෙම log table එක whiteboard එකේ තියෙනවානේ, so we can refer to it anytime we want. I will keep it big like this. And then I will also take there are 2 pages, so I will take the second page too. Israr lamai log godak enava. Trust me on that. We will be doing a lot of past papers too. And etoto ogalang godak come across again. You will come across a lot of log questions. And log come with many other questions combined. Okay, so you cannot struggle. So 2.575, right? 2.575. Let's see log ek 2.5. Can 25 ne? 25 is here. 7 ko the 7 metana. Ito ko to 257 means here. Is it? Yeah. 7 5. 5 can make a 9. So 4099 well to 9 and krama 4108. Okay. So that is 4108. Make a log value. Don't take too long. Quickly tell. 9.27. කාටරි log calculate කරන්න මොකක් හරි ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා නම් කියන්න. Okay, go ahead. Okay, Chenuli. Okay, Metna. Others? Pasindu? Denuri? Yes. 0.4108. 9671 plus this. Okay, Chenuli. Others? Okay, Metna. 12.54. 12.54 can numbers 1254 ne. We'll check the log table. 1254. Ko log table. 12 metana, 5 metana. So then not a match when 0969. Sorry. 0969. 1254 ne. 4 can metana, 4 to 14. So I have to add 14 to this. That would be 3. I forgot. 1254. So that would be 3. 1 remaining. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. It's 0983 tamayin. 0983. 0983. Default and I cut particular decimal place, so I put 1 point. Now we will add all of these. 8 plus 1 is 9. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. 1 remaining. 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 remaining. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 6 is 8. 8 plus 9 is 17. 1 plus 4 is 5. 5 plus 9 is 14. 14 plus 0 is 14. 1 remaining. 1 plus 1 is 2. Did you all get this answer? Up to this point, is it clear to all of you? Did you all get this answer? Others? Okay. Now let's move on. Then apita metana. Now still this is a log value. No, this is log x. May log x ne. What I want is x because x is the answer of this. X would be anti-log of this. Now 4762 I have to read from the log table. Can you all quickly tell me what it is? Can all of you quickly tell me what it is? Okay, Metna. That should be correct. Others? Okay. So I have 2 answers in the chat box. 299.3 is one answer. 299.4 is one answer. Balam api. 4762 ne. 4762. Balam ko the 4762. 4762. Metana thamai 4757. What I want is 4762. What I have is 4757. 4757 වලට අයිති මොනවාද? Here that is 29. මෙතන උඩ තියෙන්නේ 9. So 299. Now that is 4757. What I want is 4762. ඒ කියන්නේ මට තව පහක් මදි නේ. ඒතර ඒ පහක්. So 5 is in the middle here no. So සාමාන්‍ය මෙහෙම තියෙද්දි මම කලින් එක්කෙනාව තමයි ගන්නෙ. So here this is 4. එයාට correspondent මෙතන 3. So better to get 3 but 4 උනත් අවුලක් නැහැ. සාමාන්‍යයෙන් exact answer එකට වඩා decimal එකක් අඩු වුණත් හරි decimal එකක් වැඩි වුණත් හරි should not be a problem. So 299. So 2993. 2 point කියලා කියන්නේ decimal තැන ඉඳන් කියන්නේ default තැන ඉඳන් දෙකක් පස්සට ගිහලා. So this is the default position. It has gone 2 places backward. So now this should be where the decimal place is. Is this clear to all of you, Lamai? thumbs up? Chenuli? Okay. I want you all to try the C of the same thing. Ek C එක try කරන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි අද කොටසට එමු. Today's part is extremely important. මොකද දැන් මම B නේ දීලා තියෙන B is just multiplication, but here there's a division also. Please make sure you read the log table correctly. Don't get anything wrong. Huh? Okay, make it fast. Quickly. Namai, have you all finished? Others? Okay. So 2 of you are done. What about the rest of you? I'm going to thumbs up back the Niver Katti. Now I got just Metna done, Sahiru done, Denuri done. Chenuri Pasindu? How long do you Chenuri done? Pasindu? Do you need more time? Okay, done. Great. Make answer copy P kela damone. My camera is up. Okay. So let's say P. Makelima log vilima danang. Log P is equal to log 9.87. Multiplication becomes addition. Log 7.85. Division becomes subtraction. Log 4.321. Hari, then Tataga log values kiyanna. I don't want to go through the log table again because you guys are more than capable to tell the log values. So make it fast. Tagga kya? Make it. 9943. 9943. Seems like everybody has gotten. Okay, what is it then? I make answers. What is this first of all? Okay, I will show the log table procedure again. Okay. Me monat numbers good me tune me vadukala me dana. Right. Okay, I got confused. Hari, I will show you how to read a log table again. So what do we have? 987. Decimal place just look at the numbers, focus on it. 987. I go to my log table. First page 987 and it's a mess. Let me erase some of these. Erase when. Okay, so what do we have? 987 no first page again. So we have to go to the second page. What I want is 987. 98 mama read karana minna metan thiyana vertical column okay. So here 80, 81, 82, 98. So that is 98. 98, right? I will use a highlighter to show you. This is 98. So 98. Okay. Then the third number is 7. 7 I have to get from either from this top or from this bottom. They came a 7th here. So I will, because 98 is closer to the bottom, I will get the 7 from the bottom. Maybe in a 7. Then may they not match a number copy gando. So may I match a number 9943. So 987, so that is 9943. Up to that point, is it clear, Pasindu? Hi, 9943, first of all, we will use it to our calculation. 9943. අපි decimal එකේ default position එක කියලා කියන්නේ when there is only one number before the decimal point. Here there's a decimal point and there's only one number before it. So I just put 0 point. Plus 7.85. So decimal place the gamata kana 785. Let's read it from the log table. 785. 78 in its second page. Okay, here 78. 5 up you didn't gonna here 5. So then natama galapenna metantenne. It's this 8949. Here nang mangarakata danava 8949. default position එකේ my decimal place එක තියෙන්නේ because before the decimal place there's only one number. So I put 0 point. Minus 4.321. Again, forget the decimal place. I focus on the numbers 4321. Let's go to our log table. 4321. 43 තියෙන first page එකේ නේ 43. එතන 43 මෙතන තියෙනවා 2 අපි පල්ලෙහාන් ගමු 2 තියෙනවා. So ඒ දෙන්නට correspondent number එක 6355. 6355. So 6355. And there's another number, no? What is the other number? 1. 1 එක මම කොහොමද ගන්නෙ? I get 1 from mean difference. Here this is the mean difference. Mean difference එකේ මේකට correspondent තියෙන්නේ 1. And I add it to this. So 5 plus 1 is 6. 5, 3, 6. So that would be 6356. Is that clear? Dekha 6356. Lama, is it clear? Okay. So I will write 6356. Default position okay, my decimal place. So I put 0 point. Pasindu, is that clear to you how to read the log table? 6356 में तब इटावे 4321. 4321. So where is it? 43 is here. 2 is here. So එතනට හරියන්නේ 6355. 6355. ඊළඟට last number එක අතන 1 නේ. So 1 මෙතනින් ගන්නවා mean difference එකෙන්. එයාට correspondent ඉන්නේ 1. So මේකට 1 add කරාම 6356. Okay Pasindu? Okay. Clear now? Okay. Now we will do the rest of the calculation. We'll add and subtract and do all that. So let's first of all add 3 plus 9 is 12, 1 remaining. 4 plus 1 is 5, 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 plus 9 is 18, 1 remaining. 9 plus 1 is 10, 10 plus 8 is 18. 1 remaining, 0, 0. Here minus 0.6356. 2 වලින් 6 subtract කරන්න බෑ. So 12 වලින් 6 subtract කරාම 6. එතකොට මෙතන 9 නෙවෙයි 8. 8 වලින් 5 subtract කරාම 3. Then 8 වලින් 3 subtract කරාම 5. 8 වලින් 6 subtract කරාම 2. 1 වලින් 0 subtract කරාම 1. So we get 1.2536. Now this is log P. So if I want to find P, I need to find the anti-log of this. Did you all get the answer up to this point? Am I? I'm in the method answer. Others? Mukadami anti-log value waker. What is the answer you all got for this? මොකද අපු answer එක? Okay, Sahiru, but put the decimal point. Hari. Seems like all of you have gotten the answer, but I will show you how to read it. මෙතන ඉස්සරහ තියෙන 1 එක අමතක කරලා දාලා we only focus on these numbers because now we are trying to do the reverse of what we did earlier, right? 2536. Let's go to the log table. 2536. 2536. මෙතන 2536 में ना but 2529 තියෙනවා 2529 වලට correspondent මේ පැත්තේ 17 මෙතන ඉන්නේ 9 so 17 9 what I want is 2536 but I have is 2529 so 2536 ට කොච්චර විදිහට 7 අඩුයි 7 මම මෙතනින් ගන්න ඒකට correspondent ඉන්නේ 3 so I have 1793 1793 1 point කියලා කියන්නේ default තැන ඉඳන් එකක් පස්සට ගිහිල්ලා decimal place එක. So that would be 17.93. Is it clear to all of you? Thumbs up. Denuri? Denuri, let me know. Okay. Put a topic. So we are going to start today's part. A very important part. Method pase logarithms learn karana na. You just have to do questions. Logarithms. Put the topic. Logarithms of decimal numbers less than 1. Logarithms of decimal numbers less than 1. That is a topic. Okay. Just write the topic. That's it. Now listen carefully. 5.432. Can you all find the log value of this and tell me? Quickly find the log value of this. I hope all of you have the log table with you. Quickly find the log value. Okay. Decimal එකත් එක්ක කියන්න. මේක read කරාම මට එනවා 7350. ඒතර මෙතන default position එකේ decimal place එක තියෙන හින්දා it's 0 point. Usually ළමයි when you take the log value අපි මෙන්න මේ part එකට කියලා කියන්නේ දැන් මෙන්න මේක හැදිලා තියෙන අපි කියනවා මේකේ parts දෙකක් තියෙනවා. 0 කියන එක වෙනම ඊට අමතරව I have 7350 point, right? For an example, if you take 1.7350, we say may I hadila tiyenne 1 and 0.7350. So 1 plus 0.7350 is 1.7350. ඒ වගේ මේක හැදලා තියෙන්නේ 0 එක වෙනමයි 7350. මෙතන ළමයි අපි මේ දෙකේ මෙන්න මේකේ the decimal value part we call it the mantissa. Here this decimal value part we call it the mantissa. Mantissa. Whatever we put at the front we call it the characteristic. We call it the characteristic and mantissa. These two get together to form the logarithm. Okay. Now, I'm going to talk about this in two sections, right? So I will draw a line at the middle to separate. Okay. Now, log of 5.432 is 0.7350. What about log of 54.32? What is the answer for this? What is the answer for log of 54.32? Yes. So 5432 log table ke read කරාම මේක mantissa එක තමයි එන්නේ. Mantissa is what we read from the log table. So it's still 7350. But now characteristic එක තමයි වෙනස් වෙන්නේ. Default තැන ඉඳන් එකක් පස්සට ගිහිල්ලානේ. Default තැන ඉඳන් එකක් පස්සට ගිහිල්ලා. So here the characteristic becomes 1. What is the log of 543.2? 543.2. 5432 we read from the log table. So the same mantissa 7350. But yes, default and dekak passata gihilla. So 2 point. Textbook එකේ තියෙනවා වැඩි බලලා don't worry about it. This is how you get it. This is more than enough. Huh? So then what is the log value of 5432? Quickly tell. 5432. Yeah. First we read from the log table. So we the mantissa, which is 0.7350. Default anedan tunak passata gihilla. So it's 3.7350. What about log 54,320? Quickly tell. Fast. Yeah. 543. Antimathina 0 kapita log table ke kiyawan. I mean, 0 doesn't really have a value. No? So 0 we don't have to read. We can just read 5432. We know the mantissa is the same 7350. Now, if you look at the characteristic 1, 2, 3, 4, default and in the hatarak passata gila, then it's 4.7350. Likewise, for the same set of numbers, you read those same numbers from the log table, so you get the same mantissa. Depending on the decimal place, only the characteristic changes. Metek api already done na tika. Up to this point, is it clear? Up to this point, is it clear to all of you? Denori? Okay. Now only we are learning the new part. Now, api dano log of 5.432 is 0.7350. What about log of 0.5432? Again, api number set එක ගත්තොත් it's still 5432 ne. So mama log table එකේ I still read 5432. So I get the same mantissa 0.7350. හැබැයි characteristic එක change වෙනවා. Now we know the default position of the decimal place is here. දැන් බලන්න මෙතන නම් මේකනේ default position එක. මෙතන එකක් පස්සට ගිහිල්ලා. Here what has happened is this is the default position. මෙතන ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා. When the decimal place moves 1 point to the front of the default position, අපි කියනවා characteristic එක minus කියලා. -1. ලියන්න පාතාම. Let's say 0.05432. Still the same numbers 5432. When I read from the log table, I get the same mantissa 7350. However, the characteristic changes. Why? Default and then dekak ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා. So it's -2. If you take this one, 0.005432. So 5432, same thing you read from the log table, you get 0.7350. Default and 1, 2, 3. Tunak ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා, then it's -3. And if you take log 0.000432, still you have 5432. So when you read from the log table, we get 0.7350. මෙතන තමයි default position එක. එතන 4 points have gone to the front, so it's -4. Up to this point, is it clear? Up to this point, is it clear? Okay. In log lamai, api සාමාන්‍යයෙන් characteristic එක minus කියලා එහෙම දාන්නේ නැහැ. I mean, it is minus. Log වල අපිට minus ලියන්න වෙන විදියක් තියෙනවා. Instead of -1, I write -1 like this. How I read this is bar 1. When I have -2, I write it like this. This reads as bar 2. Here -3, I write as bar 3. Minus කියන meaning එකම තමයි. හැබැයි log වල අපි minus කියලා දාන්නේ නැහැ. We put bar. -4 කියන එක අපි ලියනවා bar 4. This is how you write the log values there. එතකොට තාම ලියන්න එපා. Let's say you got something like bar 2.683. 6831. මෙයා හැදිලා තියෙන්නේ මෙයාගේ characteristic එක -2. මෙයාගේ mantissa එක 0.6831. සමනිකම් point තියන්න නැති හින්දා I will put 0. So this is the characteristic. And this is the mantissa. Up to this point, everything is clear before we start writing. All good? Okay. Generally? Okay. Start writing, Lamai. Don't take too long. Quickly write. Quickly write. Okay, Lama, I think that is enough time. Who needs more time to write? Give me a thumbs up if you have finished. Or if you need more time, you can let me know. Chenuli and Sahiru, do you need more time? Chenuli? Okay. Go to exercise 3.1. In exercise 3.1, I will get the entire exercise to the whiteboard, but we won't be doing everything. Then කරපුටික උගාට තේරුණාද කියලා බලන්න, we will do a few questions. Okay. In exercise 3.1, in the second question, I want you all to do A and B. Turn about A and B. Quickly do. What you have to do is you have to use a log table and you have to find this. Read කරන එක normal විදිහටම Lama, can you all hear me? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me, please. Okay, I'm sorry I got disconnected. Let me share the whiteboard again. Who else got disconnected? Chenuli has also gotten disconnected. හරි. මම ඔයගලන්ට කියපු එක තේරුණා නේද? 3.1 එකේ do A and B. For this, I will give you 5 minutes. Okay, quickly start. Those of you who cannot see the whiteboard, I will send the link in the main chat. Quickly start. You have about 1 more minute. Okay, Lamai. I think that's enough time. Shall we discuss? Okay. So, LG 0.831. LG 0.831. As usual, we are going to read 0 point, the mono point, just look at the numbers. We have 831. Can you let me know 831 the log value? 831, read from the log table. What do you get? 9191. Others? 9196. 9196. It should be 9196. Check again. 9196. So this is 9196. This is the mantissa. Yes, mantissa. So how do we get the characteristic? This is the default position of the decimal, but now the decimal place has moved to the front by 1. Then that should be -1. Usually in log, we put -1 as bar 1. So that would be bar 1.9196. Is that clear to all of you, Lamai? Give me a thumbs up. Okay. B LG 0.01175. LG 0.01175. Okay, so you forget about the decimal places, you forget about zeros, look at the numbers 1175. Okay, quickly tell me the log value of 1175. 0701, 0701. Others? Others? Okay, 1175 log table can read kar you should get 0701. This is the default position of the decimal. Metanina dekha kis gila, so that should be bar 2. So mehematamayin. Then okay. Then I think we will move on to the next part. Later I will give you what homework, what are the homework. Then අපි මේකම anti-log කරන්න යන්නේ. It's the same thing ළමයි. So put a topic. Subtopic. Find in the anti-log. Okay. If you get 0.7421, this is a log value, right? Log table එකෙන් ගත්ත value එක. මෙයාගේ anti-log හොයන්න කියලා කියනවා. Can you tell me the anti-log value of this? Can you tell me the anti-log of this? Quickly find and tell me. Anti-log of 0.7421. Quickly. Quickly read and tell me. Uh, 8706 වෙන්න බෑ. Antilog opposite පැත්තට read කරන්නේ. මුලින්ම table එකේ තියෙන values වලින් ළඟම value එක අරගෙන ඒකට correspondent ඒවා read කරනවා. 7421. අපේ log table එකට ගිහිලා බලමු. The log table is not loading properly. Okay. 7421. 7421. Let's see. 7421 should be here, ne? 7421 ne? හැබැයි 7419 ඉන්නවා. එයාට correspondent මෙතන තියෙන 55, මෙතන තියෙන 2. I want 7421. ඒ කියන්නේ 19 ඉඳන් තව කොච්චරක් අඩුයිද? 2 is I need 2 more. So A2 මෙතනින් ගන්නවා. එයාට correspondent මෙතන තියෙන 2. So that would be 5522. Is it clear? 5522. So 5522. ඉස්සරහා 0 point කියලා කියන්නේ decimal place එක තියෙන default position එකේ. So the answer should be 5.522. Is this clear to you, ළමයි? Thumbs up, please. හරි. මේකත් අපි දැන් අර වගේ බලමු. Now we know this here. If I say 1.7421, 7421 is a mantissa නේ. මෙතන let me move this down a bit. Now here, this is the mantissa, okay? This is the mantissa and this is the characteristic. So, here mantissa is 7421, අපි එක read කරා 5522 කියලා. So that is 5522. Here the characteristic is 1. That means default position එකන එකක් පස්සට යනවා. So it should be 55.22. If I say anti-log 2.7421, mantissa is 7421. Therefore, when we read it, අපිට එන්නේ 5522ම තමයි. The characteristic is 2. That means default position එකන දෙකක් පස්සට යනවා. So the decimal place should be here. If I say anti-log 3.7421, 7421 is the mantissa, so it will be 5522. 3 is the characteristic, ඒ කියන්නේ default position එකේ නම් 3ක් පස්සට යනවා. So the decimal comes here. So decimal එක එතන දාන්න ඕනේ නැහැනේ. So I will just put 5522. May I take a clear the thumbs up? Is that part clear to all of you? Okay. Now let's see what happens here. Pasindu? Okay. Anti-log. ළමයි තේරෙන්නේ නැතිව කියන්න. Especially now we're in online class. I don't know what's going on in your head. I can't even see your face and you don't unmute at all. I mean, yeah, you don't unmute at all, right? You never unmute. එතකොට you don't have the camera on also, so I can't see you either. I don't know what's going on your end. Whether you understood. මොකද නැත්තම් physical class එකකට මට මූණ බැලුවම පේනවා මෙයාට තේරිලා මෙයාට නම් තේරිලා නැහැ. දැන් මට තේරෙන්නේ පේන්නේ නැහැ නේක. ඒක හින්දා and I will not make switching on the camera compulsory. I know there can be network problems and all that. But anyhow ඒක හොඳට ඔළුවේ තියාගන්න. ඒක හින්දා මොනවා හරිම ප්‍රශ්නයක් ආවොත් what you have to do is you have to even the slightest of confusion you have. Even the slightest of doubt you have to ask. හරිද? ඒකින්ද ඒ හැම එකක්ම නැත්නම් I mean you can unmute and ask me, you can put in the chat box or some sort of a way. Okay? Even while you're doing questions, if you get any doubts, WhatsApp එකේ හරි අහලා තියන්න. Okay? WhatsApp එකේ අහනකොට obviously better when you ask during the class, then I can explain using the whiteboard. But you know what I mean, right? 7421. 7421 is a mantissa. You read it from the log table. That would be 55522. Now the characteristic is bar 1. Bar 1 means -1. ඒ කියන්නේ default තැන ඉඳන් එකක් ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා. This is where the decimal place is. So I put a 0 here. If I say anti-log bar 2.7421. 7421 is the mantissa, so that is 5522. Characteristic is bar 2, which is -2. It can default and in dekak ඉස්සරහට ඇවිල්ලා. Like this. That is 0.05522. If I say anti-log bar 3.7421, 7421 is a mantissa, that is 5522. Bar 3 means -3, so 3 points it has moved to the front. 0, 0, 0 down. That would be 0.005522. Is that clear? Sahiru, Pasindu, okay. Sahiru and Pasindu, is this clear? Okay, Pasindu? Let me know. Okay, Lama, quickly start writing. I will set a timer for 5 minutes. Quickly write. Make it fast. Done writing, Lamai? All of you? Okay. All right. Others? Exercise 3.2. Let's try two questions, one or two questions. And then let's move on to the next part. Hal. Make in the second Roman number do A and B. A and B. Quickly do. A and B. I think 4 minutes would be enough, no? Quickly do. Okay, Lama. Let's discuss. I hope all of you have finished. Anti-log bar 2.5432. Now here, this is the mantissa and this is the characteristic. Mantissa only you read from the log table. So read this from the log table. I mean, read this as in you did this already, right? So what is the value you got for this? 0.5432. 5432 වලට මොකක්ද ආවේ? Okay, 3493. 3493. Others? Others, what did you get? Give me a second. Okay. So 3493 is the value. Okay. So we get 3493. Mantissa එකෙන් තමයි අපි value එක read කරන්නේ. Then here we have bar 2. Bar 2 is -2. -2 means default තැන ඉඳන් දෙකක් ඉස්සරහට යනවා. So this is the default position. මෙතන ඉඳන් දෙකක් ඉස්සරහට යනවා කියන්නේ. That would be here. So 0.03493 should be the answer. Did you all get this? All of you, give me a thumbs up. Lama, you know that tomorrow there will be O-levels for your senior batch. After that, it's you, right? So I think by this point, you guys are the O-level batch. මොකද මේගොල්ලන්ගේ හෙට exam පටන් ගන්නවානේ. I think next week, Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. තමයි exam ඉවර වෙන්නේ. And after that, you guys are the batch who are immediately going to the exam after that, right? And ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ තියන්නේ December වල. ඒක ඔයගොල්ලන් දන්නව නේද? මේ අවුරුදු December තියෙන්නේ කියලා. Or are you hoping that it will be postponed? I think it's too soon to hope for that kind of stuff. Do you all know December තියෙන්නේ මොකක්ද කියලා? December exam තියෙනවා කියලා? Yeah. December will be your exam and we have to finish the syllabus very, very fast and start doing past papers, right? And trust me, we finish the syllabus and we do the past papers and we will be all ready to go to the exam. Mama දැනටත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට කියන්නේ obviously you're not you have a lot of more time, but අනිත් පැත්තට මතක තියාගන්න, you think you have a lot of time, but time කියන එක මාර ඉක්මනට යනවා. Okay? And I remember like we started the grade 11 syllabus just a few weeks ago, but we actually started it in January, I think. January first week ma vi patan gatta. And it's already mid-February, right? So time is going really fast. Ogala me පැත්ත බලනකොට වෙලාව ගිහිලි ඉවරයි, right? And තවසුට දවසකින් it will be April, August, and then without you even knowing, it will be December. එක හින්දා අපිට වෙලාව නාස්ති කරන්න කල් නැහැ. තාමත් ඔයගන්ට ගොඩක් කල් තියෙනවානේ. So please keep in mind that the more time you waste, the more stress that will kind of get accumulated at the like during the last days. Ekina last days වල stress එක අඩුවෙන් ඉන්න නම් දැන් ඉඳන්ම වැටි කරගෙන යන්න. මහ ලොකුට නෙවෙයි. දැන් කරන ටික මුලින්ම කරන්න. grade 10 උත් අමතක කරමුකෝ. grade 10 ටික දැනට ඕනවට වඩා worry වෙන්නේ නැතුව මේ දැන් කරන් යන ටික හරියට miss කරගන්න නැතුව හැම week එකෙම class ඇවිල්ලා මොකක් හරි හේතුවක් හින්දා class එන්න බැරි නම් you get the recording, watch the recording and catch up. Okay? මේ ටික මුලින් ගානට කරගෙන යන්න. මේ ටික ඔයගොල්ලන් හරි rhythm එකකට වැටුණාට පස්සේ shape එකේ grade 10 ටික tackle කරන්න. Because I know some of you might have problems with grade 10. There might be things that you don't understand and all that. එතකොට මුලින්ම මේ ටික හරියට කරන් ගිහලා ඊට පස්සේ shape එකේ grade 10 ටිකත් brush up කරගෙන යන්න. Any of you who need any recordings of grade 10, you let me know. And මතක තියාගන්න දැන් ඊළඟට යන්නේ ඕගොල්ලන් තමයි. Okay. So ඒක ලොකුවට stress වෙන්න නෙවෙයි මම කියන්නේ, but just to be aware. Okay, so don't take it very lightly, but don't take it too seriously either. You don't have to study 24/7, but make sure that you do what is required. නැත්නම් අන්තිම කාලේ උගන්න නිදා ගන්නවත් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. පාඩම්. It's going to be very hectic. මොකද මගේ ළමයි ඔන්තරම් එහෙම කට්ටිය ඉන්නවනේ. ඒතර ඒගොල්ලන්ටත් මම මුල කාලේ කිව්වා. මුල කාලේ නම් හරියට කරගත්ත සෙට් එකකුත් ඉන්නවා. ඒතර ඒගොල්ලන් දැන් අන්තිම කාලේ ටික රිලැක්ස් එකේ තමයි ඉන්නේ. That is the level that I want you to head. Right? That is the level that I want you to be before the exam. Right? Exam එකට කලින් සතිය දෙක නිදහසේ with peace of mind revise උත් කරන ගමන් අර mental clarity and mental peace should be there. අන්තිම දවස් ටිකේ stress එක ඉන්නකොට ඒක හරි අමාරුයි ඔළුවට. Right? ඒතර ආ stress එකේ තමයි exam එක කරත් යන්නේ. We don't want that stress. මම අර හැමදාම කියනවා වගේ you don't deserve to be in that stress. But ඒකට හරියන conditions හදාගන්නත් ඕනේ ඕගොල්ලන්ම තමයි. Okay. So දැන් ඉතින් ගොඩාක් slack off කරන්න එපා. Just කරන් යන ටික කරගෙන යන්න. ඊට පස්සේ ඒකේ rhythm එක හරියට වැටුණාට පස්සේ grade 10 ටිකත් brush කරගෙන යන්න. Okay. And once we start the past papers, we will anyways be doing like a full on revision. Past papers අපි ඉක්මනටම පටන් ගන්නවා. Past papers පටන් ගත්තට පස්සේ revision එකේදී අපි ගොඩක් දේවල් කරනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ grade 10 ඔක්කොම revise කරනවා, grade 11 ඔක්කොම revise කරනවා. And එතකොට it will be okay. හරිද? ඒකින්ද දැන් කරන් යන්න ටික හරියට කරන් යන්න. If you have any doubts, you have to ask. If you have any like confusion or like confusing points in the syllabus, you have to ask. මේ දැන් කරන් යන හැම එකක්ම make sure you understand. Right? And දැන් අද කරන ටික හෙට වගේ පොඩ්ඩක් ආයෙ පොත් pages ටික flip කරලා බලන්න. බල ආයෙ මොන හරි තේරිච්ච නැති දෙයක් තියෙනවා නම් ඒ ටික point කරලා mark කරලා තියාගන්න. Or you can ask me on WhatsApp, or you can keep it marked and ask on the next class. Okay, so let's work together. Okay. Hari. Bar 1.9321 wala anti-log එක හොයද්දී this is the mantissa no. You use the mantissa to read the log table. 9321 මොනවාද ආවේ මේකට? Okay, others 8551 8551 අනිතර මොනවාද ආවේ? 8551. Okay, then it's probably the right answer, no? 8551. Bar 1 කියලා කියන්නේ -1 ඒ කියන්නේ default position එකේ නම් එකක් ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා. එකක් ඉස්සරහට ගිහිල්ලා that means here. That is 0.8551. Okay, let's move on to the next part. Put a subtopic. Homework මම අන්තිමට දෙන්නම් ඔක්කොම. Put a subtopic. Addition and subtraction of logarithms. මෙතන අපි ගොඩක් බා ඒවා ගැන තමයි කතා කරන්නේ. ළමයි subtraction එක නැතුව just put addition of logarithms. Addition of logarithms. For the examples, I will use the same examples as on the textbook, but අපි එක අපේ විදිහට discuss කරමු textbook එකේ example එක use කරලා. Okay. Example 1. Bar 2.5143 plus bar 1.2375. Whenever you have bar values, හැමලේ මතක තියාගන්න ළමයි කරන මොකක් හරි operation එක, whether it's an addition or a subtraction, we do it for characteristics separately and for mantissa separately. දැන් මෙතන බලන්න මම characteristic එකයි mantissa එකයි separate කරනවා. So මෙයාව separate කරා මෙතන characteristic එක -1 plus mantissa is 0.5143. මේ mantissa එක. මෙයාගේ characteristic එක -1 mantissa එක 0.2375. Then what we do is characteristic එක අපි separately add කරනවා mantissa එක separately add කරනවා. So -2 plus -1 මම මේ characteristics එක එක ළඟ ලියනවා. Mantissa I will write it closer together here. 0.5143 plus 0.2375. So -2 plus times minus is minus. So -2 minus 1 is -3. Here 3 plus 5 is 8. 4 plus 7 is 11. 1 remaining. 1 plus 1 is 2. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 plus 2 is 7. So mantissa add karahama 0.7518. And at the end, we combine both of these and write like this. Bar 3.7518. Bar 3.7518, like this. But whenever you get two logarithmic values, bar නැත්තම් නිකම්ම add කරත් කමක් නැහැ. bar තියනකොට you have to be very careful. Addition උත් පොඩ්ඩක් හරි shape subtraction වල තමයි ගොඩක් අමාරු වෙන්නේ. ගොඩක් නෙමෙයි ටිකක් අමාරු වෙන්නේ. But even addition we will do it the proper way. So first of all, when you're given the value, characteristic and mantissa you separate. Characteristics you add separately, mantissa you add separately, and then at the end you combine them together. Is this clear? Thumbs up. Hari. Let's do one more example, and at the end I will give you time to write both of these. Bar 3 point bar 3.8753 plus bar 1.3475. So make අපි මුලින්ම characteristic mantissa separate කරනවා. Here characteristic is -3, mantissa is 0.8753. Here characteristic is -1, mantissa is 0.3475. I write the characteristics together and mantissa together. So -3 plus times minus is minus. So -3 minus 1 is -4. Plus here 3 plus 5 is 8. 5 plus 7 is 12. 1 remaining. 7 plus 1 is 8. 8 plus 4 is 12. 1 remaining. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 plus 3 is 12. So මෙතන 2 වෙනවා. ඉතින් ඉතුරු 1 එක මෙතනට. Then බලන්න මෙතන again this is the characteristic එකක් මෙතනට එනවානේ. බලන්න මේ දෙක add කරාම we get 1.2228. So here this is again mantissa and this is another characteristic. Mantissa දෙකක් add කරාම ඔයාට characteristic එකක් එක්ක mantissa ආවා. This is one mantissa, this is one mantissa. When you add these two, you get mantissa and characteristic together. So here -4 මම මෙයාවත් separate කරලා ලියනවා. +1 plus 0.2228. මෙන්න මෙයාගේ characteristic එක මම වෙනම ලිව්වා mantis එක වෙනම ලිව්වා. Now minus 4, then characteristics deka I separately add, mantissa I separately keep, right? Minus 4 plus 1 is minus 3. Plus here 0.2228. Then we combine them and write bar 3.2228 like that. Is this clear to you, Lamai? I'm not clear. මම බැලුවේ textbook එකේ answer එක වෙනස්. That is because they have done it in a different way. Anyway, the question is different. Okay. Anyways, this is correct. Huh? Okay. Can you all copy this down? Example 1 and 2. මේ දෙක copy කරගන්න මම ඔයගලන්ට දෙන්නම් 5 minutes would be too much. හොඳට හිතලා බලලා ලියන්න. Okay, 5 minutes. Make it fast. Lamai, while you write this, give me 2 minutes. I will be back. අකෝම 2 minutes මෙතනට යනවනේ. මට පොඩි වෙලාවක් දෙන්න. Okay, lamai. Put a subtopic. Subtraction of logarithms. Put a subtopic, subtraction of logarithms. Subtraction ke tamai chutta pattern. Addition is comparatively better, easier. Subtraction is also easy. Easy not to put a pattern. Okay, no, hoda haga. Example 1. Bar 2.5143 minus 1.3143. Okay. So here, as I said previously, characteristic and mantisapi separate karando. If you take this, characteristic is minus 2, mantissa is 0.5143. Characteristic minus 2, mantissa is 0.5143. Here also characteristic and mantissa I have to separate, no? Here the minus එක වෙනම ලියනවා. ලියලා මෙතන characteristic එක +1, right? If you only take this one, that is 1.3143 නේ. 1.3143. So minus එක වෙනම තියෙනවා. So minus එකත් මම දැම්මා. දාලා 1.3143 I write as +1. That is a characteristic of that. Plus 0.3143. Up to that point, is it clear, Lamai? Others? Others? Metna, Pasindu, Denuri, is it clear? Yes, I will explain again. Here what I did was, this is one of the logarithms. Eavman separate kara, bar 2 means minus 2, 0.5143, it can antipsych, I write it as 0.5143. Is that clear? Eka separate which they clear. Okay, then මේ දෙක logarithms දෙකක් ළමයි. මේ දෙන logarithms දෙකක් මැද තමයි operation එක තියෙන්නේ. So මැද the operation is subtraction. I put subtraction as it is. Then the next logarithm is 1.3143. आगे bar එකක් නැහැ. 1.3143 means when you separate, characteristic is +1, mantissa is 0.3143. So 0.3143. මේ මැද minus එක වෙනම ලියන්න. මේ දෙන්න මෙන්න මේ logarithm එක මම වෙනම characteristic and mantissa separate කරා. මැද minus එක හැමම දැම්මා. මේ logarithm එක මම වෙනම characteristic and mantissa separate කරා. That is how I write it. Is it clear? Hi. Now let's move on. Minus 2 plus 0.5143. Then අපි මේ minus දෙනින්ද මේ bracket එක simplify කරමු. Minus times plus c is minus 1. Minus times plus c is minus 0.3143. Minus times plus c is minus. Minus times plus c is minus. Okay. Now I write the characteristics together and mantissa together. Okay, let's do this. Metana characteristic එක -2, metana characteristic එක දැන් -1. Plus 0.5143 minus 0.3143. Up to this point, is it clear, lamai? Pasidu denuri? Hari. Let me know. Now characteristics I simplify. -2 minus 1 means -3. Then මෙයාගේ subtract කරනවා. මෙතන තියෙන plus, මෙතන තියෙන minus, right? So I just subtract. එතකොට කොහමද 3 ගෙන් 3 subtract කරාම 0. 4 ගෙන් 4 subtract කරාම 0. 1 ගෙන් 1 subtract කරාම 0. 5 ගෙන් 3 subtract කරාම 2. 0 ගෙන් 0 subtract කරාම 0. So ලොකු එකනාගේ sign එක plus in I put plus here. So I have minus 3 plus 0.2000. So when I combine, I can write as bar 3.2000. Is this clear to all of you? So make a chuttak pattern hinda mama hammer step against step mahane. I hope it's clear. Okay. Example 2. Then bana mitra lamai final answer ke characteristic එක minus mantis එක plus. So අර directly එදෙනව combine කරලා ලියන්න පුළුවන්. Okay. Let's look at the next one. 2.5143 minus bar 1.9143. Okay. Usual විදිහටම අපි කරනවා 2.5143. I write the characteristic and mantissa separately. So in 2.5143, you can see characteristic is plus 2. So I write plus 2. Mantissa is 0.5143. 0.5143. Subtract මේ subtraction කියන operation එක තමයි මම minus කියලා දැම්මේ. Then මෙයාව මම වෙනම separate කරනවා. මෙතන subtraction එකක් තියෙන හින්දා I open a bracket. Bar 1.9143 I can separate as characteristic is bar 1, that becomes minus 1, plus mantissa is 0.9143. After this point, is it clear? It's very important you understand. Characteristic mantissa separate which they clear. If you have any questions, ask. Now I will simplify the bracket. 2 plus 0.5143 minus times minus is plus 1. Minus times plus is minus. So minus 0.9143. Now I write the characteristics together. Here the characteristic is 2. Metan plus 1. And mantissa I write together. 0.5143 minus 0.9143. ඊට පස්සේ දෙන්න වෙන වෙනම simplify කරනවා. Here characteristics වල එන්නේ 2 and 1. So 2 plus 1 is 3. Mantissa බලමු. Plus 0.5143 minus 0.9143. එතකොට මෙතන ලොකු number එක මොකද්ද? 0.9143. 0.9143 is the big number. 0.5143 is the small number. You know how to do the subtractions. And ලොකු එකනාගෙන් පොඩි එකනා subtract කරා ලොකු එකනාගේ sign එක දැම්මා. මෙතන ලොකු එකනා 0.9143, පොඩි එකනා 0.5143. So ලොකු එකනාගෙන් පොඩි එකනාව subtract කරනවා. 3 minus 3 is 0, 4 minus 4 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, 9 minus 5 is 4, so you get 0.4000. 4000. And then ලොකු එකනාගේ sign එක දැම්මා. So ලොකු එකනා is 0.9143, so එයාගේ sign එක minus. So I put minus. Up to that point, is it clear? Others? Hasindu Denuri? Then මෙතන මොකද කරන්නේ? මෙතන වගේ නෙවෙයි. Here there's a minus, no? So we now characteristic is 3, mantissa is 0.4 and there's a minus. එතකොට අපි මොකද කරන්නේ? දැන් characteristic එක 3 නේ. 3 subtract කරනවා 0.4000. මෙතනත් මොකුත් නැති හින්දා I just put 000. We just do a normal subtraction there. 0 වලින් 0 0 0 0 0 වලින් 4 back 10 වලින් 4 is 6. මෙතන 3 නෙවෙයි 2 2 minus 0 is 2. So I get the answer as 2.6000. Is that clear? Yeah, minus times minus is plus. Minus multiplied by minus is plus, yes. Is it clear to all of you? Okay, I will explain that again. මෙතන බලන්න මේ දෙනව characteristic and mantissa separate කරා මේගොල්ල දැන් මෙතන minus එකක් තිබ්බා, so minus I wrote, and then here we have bar 1.9143. When I separate them into characteristic and mantissa, minus bar 1 means minus 1. 9.43 I write as 0.9143. May step clear the Pasidu? Step by step I will explain. Okay. The next step. Megolang remember minus times minus is plus. So I put plus 1. Okay. And then minus times plus is minus. So I put minus 0.9143. Up to that step, is it clear? Is that step clear? Okay. Then characteristics venomaliana, mantissa venomaliana. Here the characteristic is 2. Here the characteristic is 1 plus 1. So 2 plus 1. Then mantissa here plus 0.5143. Here minus 0.9143. And then we do the simplification. Here plus 2 plus 1 means plus 3. Here now there are different signs. The different signs we add subtract multiply in a way we have to add and subtract. Common add subtract different signs. Loku ekena again podi ekena subtract kara, then we get 0.4000. And we put the sign of the big number. The big number is this now. Sign like a minus. So I put minus. Is that step clear? Which part? May part of the clear natte? Okay. Now plus 5 plus 9. What is the answer? Make it simple like example multiplication. This is addition. This is plus 14. Minus 5 minus 9. What is the answer here? Minus 5 minus 9. Alamai? Minus 5 minus 9. Minus 14. Right? I made a minus. So if you visualize it, minus 5 means minus, 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 minus. There are 5 minuses. Minus 9 means there are 9 minuses. Minus, 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 minus. So altogether there are 14 minuses. That's why I put minus 14. That's how we visualize it. But how do you remember it? Same sign name add subtract rather, you just add the two numbers and you put that sign. Metana plus 5 plus 9. So 5 and 9 add karama 14. Then nagama sign like a plus in the I put plus. Here minus 5 minus 9. Still the same sign. So 5 and 9 add karama 14. Then nagama sign like a minus. So I put minus. Eka clear na motava? What if we get minus 5 plus 9? What is the answer here? Different signs add subtract karaddi loku ekena again podi ekena subtract karana. Loku ekena 9 podi ekena 5. So 9 again 5 subtract karama 4. Loku ekena ge sign එක තමයි අපි දාන්නේ. So that is plus. Plus 5 minus 9. What is the answer? What is the answer? yes. ලොකු එකනාගෙන් පොඩි එකනා subtract කරා. So 9 ගෙන් 5 subtract කරාම 4. ලොකු එකනාගේ sign එක 9, 9 ගේ sign එක minus, so I put minus. Same thing I apply here. You look at this. Different signs තියෙන කට්ටිය add subtract කරද්දී ලොකු එක්කෙනාගෙන් පොඩි එක්කෙනාව subtract කරනවා. ලොකු එක්කෙනා 0.9143 යාගෙන් පොඩි එක්කෙනාව subtract කරා, which is 0.5143. Then I get 0.4000. Then ලොකු එක්කෙනාගේ sign එක දානවා. So ලොකු එක්කෙනාගේ sign එක minus, so I put minus here. Hasindu, is it clear? Okay. ඒ වගේ ළමයි හැම පොඩි ඩවුට් එකක්ම අහලා ක්ලියර් කරගන්න. නැත්තම් අන්තිම වෙලේට බලන් යනකොට මෙච්චර කල් මට තේරලා නැහැ කියලා අන්තිම වෙලේ හිතෙනවා. ඊට වඩා ඒ ඩවුට් එක එන වෙලේම අහලා ක්ලියර් කරගන්න එක ගොඩක් හොඳයි. So very good. අනිත් අයත් ඒකේ කිසිම මොකක් හරි ඩවුට් එකක් තිබ්බනම් I hope that it's cleared now. දැන් මෙතන there's a subtraction, so you just subtract 0.4 from 3, you get 2.6. Okay. Now, can you all write these two examples? මෙතන බලන්න characteristic එක minus, mantissa එක plus. So you just combine and wrote. Here the characteristic is plus, mantissa is minus, so you just subtract and write. Zeros ලියන්න පසින්දු. ඒ කියන්නේ normal numbers නම් කමන්නේ. මේවා log numbers නේ. Log numbers වල හැමලේම මෙතන decimal places 4ක් තියෙන්න ඕනේ. That's why I always add zeros there. Normally නම් ඕනේ zeros දාන්න. Log values වල දාන්න ඕනේ. Okay, quickly write these two examples, then we will do 2 more examples. Quickly. Done writing lamai? Done? Okay. Let's move on to the third example. We have two more examples to do. Third example like this. 0.2143 minus bar 1.8143. Bar 1.8143. As usual, අපි characteristic and mantissa separate කරනවා. දැන් මෙතන නම් characteristic එකක් නෑනේ separate කරන්න. It's 0 point, no? So I just write it as it is. Characteristic 1, 2, bar 1, bar 2 එහෙම නැහැ. මෙයාව separate කරත් තියෙන්නේ 0ම තමයි. So I just write it. I just write the mantissa only. 0.2143. Minus, මේ subtraction එක minus කියලා දාම්මා. Open brackets. Bar 1.8143 also I can separate, right? So bar 1 becomes minus 1. That is the characteristic. Plus 0.8143. Okay. So 0.2143 minus times minus is plus. So plus 1. Minus times plus is minus. Minus 0.8143. So මෙතන එක characteristic එකයි තියෙන්නේ, so I'll just write it at the front. And මෙතන තියෙන plus නේ, so mantissa දෙකක් තියෙනවා. 2143 minus 0.8143. Characteristic එක මම එහෙමම ලියනවා. Now let's look at the mantissa. Here plus 0.2143 minus 0.8143. It's just as I said earlier. ලොකු එක්කෙනාගෙන් පොඩි එක්කෙනා subtract කරලා ලොකු එක්කෙනාගේ sign එක දාන්න. ලොකු එක්කෙනා 0.8143. පොඩි එක්කෙනා 0.2143. So මෙයාව subtract කරාම 0006. ලොකු එක්කෙනා මෙතන minus නේ. එහෙනම් minus sign එක දාන්න. Minus 0.6000. So here characteristic is plus, mantissa is minus. එහෙනම් මම මොකද කරන්නේ 1 ගෙන් 0.6 subtract කරන්න ඕනේ. මෙතන මොනවද නැතිද? I put 000 0 වලින් 6 back, 10 වලින් 6 is 4. Then here 1 නෙවෙයි 0 වලින් 0 subtract කරාම 0ම තමයි. So I get the answer here as 0.4000. Is it clear to you, lamai? Generally, it's better to leave the zeros because log values are hamalema 4 decimal places තියෙනවා, which is the mantissa, right? That is a mantissa. Mantissa should have 4 numbers. Then last example, දැන් මේක තමයි පොඩ්ඩක් පැටලෙන එක හොඳට අහගන්න. Bar 2.5143 minus bar 1.9143. Okay. Let's separate characteristic and mantissa. Here bar 2.5143. Bar means minus 2 plus 0.5143. මෙතන subtraction එකක් තියෙනවා, so I put subtraction. Then මම මෙයාගේ characteristic and mantissa separate කරනවා. Characteristic is bar 1, which is minus 1. Mantissa is 0.9143. Now I simplify the bracket. Minus 2 plus 0.5143. Minus times minus is plus 1. Minus times plus is minus 0.9143. So I will write the characteristics and mantissa separately. Here the characteristic is minus 2. Here the characteristic is plus 1. Here the mantissa is 0.5143. Here the mantissa is minus 0.9143. Minus 2 plus 1 is minus 1. Then මෙතන ඔයගොල්ලෝ දන්නවනේ the usual situation. we have different signs. So ලොකු එක්කෙනාගෙන් පොඩි එක්කෙනාව subtract කරා ලොකු එක්කෙනාගේ sign එක දැම්මා. So 0.4000 ලොකු එක්කෙනාගේ sign එක minus, so I put minus here. දැන් මොකද කරන්නේ? What should I do here? ළමයි බලන්න, at the very first example, characteristic was minus, mantissa was plus. එතකොට characteristic එක minus වුනහම කෙලින්ම බා කියලා දාන්නනේ තියෙන්නේ, so that's not a problem. Second එකේ characteristic was plus and mantissa was minus. එතකොට මෙයාව subtract කරන්න තියෙනවා. මෙතනත් characteristic was plus, mantissa was minus. මෙයාව subtract කරන්න තියෙනවා. මෙතන පොඩි issue එකක් තියෙනවා. දැන් ඕගොල්ලන් හිතයි හරි. මෙයා -1, මෙයා -0.4. Say both of them have the same sign. එහෙනම් දෙනව add කරනවා. So 1 plus 0.4 is 1.4. දෙන්නව add කරලා, so දෙන්නගෙම sign එක minus, so I put minus here. එතන minus එක බාවන් වෙනවා. So normally මෙහෙම කියලානේ ඔයගන්ට හිතෙන්නේ නේ. Usually -1 minus 0.4 would be minus 1.4. Minus 1.4 කියන්නේ බා 1.4. හැබැයි this is not how logarithms work. මෙහෙම වෙන්නේ නැහැ. හැම වෙලේම මතක තියාගන්න ළමයි, mantissa එකක් ඉස්සරහා subtraction එකක් තියෙනවා නම් minus. mantissa එකක් කවදාවත් negative characteristic එකකින් subtract කරන්න බෑ. mantissa plus තියෙනවා නම් අවුලක් නැහැ. Here mantissa is plus, so no problem. හැබැයි mantissa minus නම් characteristic එක plus වෙන්න ඕන. Here the mantissa is minus but the characteristic was plus, so you can subtract. Here the mantissa was minus but the characteristic is plus, so you can subtract. Here the mantissa and characteristic, they are both minus. මම දැන් ඔයගලන්ට උගන්වන method එක, මම මෙතන ඔයගලන්ට method එකක් උගන්වනවා. This is only applicable only when, so මෙතන මම එහෙම ලියන්නම්. ඔයගලන් දැම්ම ලියන්න එපා. I will give you time to write. Mantissa can never be subtracted from a negative characteristic. කියන්නේ mantissa එකක් subtract කරද්දී ඉස්සරහා characteristic එක negative වෙන්න බෑ. Right? This method is applicable only when characteristic and mantissa both are minus. දෙන්නම minus වුණාම අපි මෙන්න මෙහෙම දෙයක් කරනවා. හොඳට බලා ගන්න. Yeah? This is what I do. Now here 0.4 subtract කරන්න නම් එයාට ළඟම ඉන්න whole number එක මොකක්ද? එයාට ළඟම ඉන්න එයාට වඩා වැඩි. If you take 0.4, if I want to subtract 0.4 from a whole number, what is the whole number that is greater than 0.4 but closest to 0.4? 1 නේ. 0.4 subtract කරන්න පුළුවන් whole number එක 1. 1 ගෙන් අපිට 0.4 subtract කරන්න පුළුවන්. So this is what I do. මෙතන -1 ඉන්නවනේ. So -1. මම මෙතනට දානවා -1 + 1 කියලා දෙන්නේ. -1 + 1 ගේ answer එක මොකද? When you simplify -1 and +1, what is the value? Just these two. What is the value? Okay, Chenuli, others? -1 + 1 වල value එක -1 + 1. What is the value? කියලා ළමයි කියන්න. Okay පසින්දු. Okay මෙත්නා yes. Okay සහිරු yes it's minus. Sorry it's 0. 0 මේක දෙනාගේ value එක 0 හින්දා මම මෙහෙම add කරාට කමක් නැහැ නේ ළමයිනේ. මම මේ initial එක්කෙනාට කිසිම disturbance එකක් කරන්නේ නැහැ. When I add -1 plus 1, when you simplify, the final value is 0. So, මම අතෙන් add කරපු එක්කෙනාගේ value එක 0. So, යාගෙන් කිසි disturbance එකක් වෙන්නේ නැහැ. Advantage එකක් වෙනවා. What is advantage? Can you see that for this mantissa to be subtracted, now I have a plus characteristic. -1 plus 1 අතෙන් දැම්මහම එකක් ඒ දෙනාගේ value එක 0 හින්දා කමක් නැහැ. මම මුකුත් disturbance එකක් කරලා නැහැ. Secondly, for the now, mantissa cannot be subtracted from a negative characteristic, no? But mantissa can be subtracted from a positive characteristic. And that is what I do. Here, this is very important. මෙන්න මේ දෙන්නව මම simplify කරනවා. Characteristic is 1. 1 ගෙන් මම -4 subtract කරනවා. 4 0 0 0. So here 0 0 0 0 ගෙන් 4 back 10 වලින් 4 is 6. 1 away 0 0 වලින් 0 is 0. So here I get, so look we can assign a plus in the, I get plus 0.6000. Is that part clear to you, Lamai? Is that part clear to you? Metna, Pasindu? Pasindu, is it clear? Okay. And then මෙතන -1 then දෙන්නේ. -1 එකතු වුණාම that would be -2. Then mantissa එක ඉස්සරහා plus characteristic එක ඉස්සරහා minus, no problem. You just combine them and you write bar 2.6000. මේ විදිහට අතෙන් add value එක 0 වෙන්න අපි අතෙන් මොන හරි add කරනවා නම් add කරන්නේ characteristic එකයි mantissa එකයි දෙකම minus තන් විතරයි. Okay? Okay ළමයි, copy this down. Example 3 and 4. අපිට මං හිතුවේ logarithms එක ඉවර කරන්න පුළුවන් වෙයි කියලා. It's okay. So we have to do multiplication and division. Let me know when you're done, Namai. Lamai may red dwelling layer pointer third liagana. Anybody who has finished? I will give you 3 more minutes to copy this down. Okay, Sahiru Mehta, let me know when you're done. Sahiru, let me know when you're done. Okay, Namai. We will end the class for today. Homework marker ganda. Yana calling. Homework. Yana calling marker gan kom give gyan hai possible. Wait. Supporting amata kara. Homework. In exercise, wait. In exercise 3.1, second देखे F, third देखे P and F. Then exercise 3.2, second देखे मैं कह लूँ B and F for ना just B is enough. Second देखे D, F. Then exercise 3.3, first ke J and L. Second देखिए E and F. These are the homework, Laman. If you copied this down, I mean, if you marked the homework, you can leave. So our next class will be on 23rd of February. Okay. And next class, we must finish logarithms. So yeah, see you next week. Good night.